Hey guys, so it's the end of September and we just finished this sketchbook and I'm about to start a new one. About to start this little teeny sketchbook, but before I do, I want to show you guys what we did in September and tell you a little bit about what we're going to do in October. And if you're an artist on Instagram, or if you just follow artists on Instagram, you probably are thinking about Inktober or Peachtober or any of those tobers. And I am totally into those. I love them, but I don't think I want to do that right now. So I think I'm going to do something a little different, and I'll show you how I prep for that. So let's get started. Let's jump in and take a look at what we did in September. Okay, so last month's challenge was Sketchtember, and for that I just wanted to practice block ends. And so I really just used this challenge to get a better handle on the first step in the painting process, which I really think is the key to good paintings, at least it is for me. And so just knowing that I'm going to be confident in like my composition and proportions and the likeness of my subject before I start to introduce the color, and I just feel like that kind of guarantees that I'm going to be able to at least enjoy the painting process, if not, have a better result. And so I shared almost all of these sketches on Instagram already. I usually post one a day with the exception of the weekends. I still try to take those off, even when I'm doing a challenge like this. So if you're interested, you can always give us a follow over there to see the latest work in progress. But back to the Sketchtember challenge. So was it worth doing? I'm going to say yes. I'm rarely going to say no to a challenge, and I'm rarely going to say no because I just think there's so much value in them. There's always something that you can learn. And this one I really love doing, not only because it gave myself the time to spend on really in-depth study of just this one part of the process, but also I tried a new approach to drawing, which I explained in my last video in a little bit more detail, so I won't get into that here. But I really think that it has improved my ability to get the likeness quickly and overall just be much more mindful of the steps in the process. Like, I really feel like I have a better understanding of how I'll approach a painting as I'm drawing, and that's really what I was hoping to get to. And that's going to lead me to create not just a better drawing, but one that better supports the entire process. So if you were following along on Instagram, you know that I was kind of looking for opportunities for this challenge beyond just doing these drawings. It was really making me want to paint. And I think it was because I was being so mindful about how this drawing would translate into a painting. I was really anxious to see how that would turn out. And so I did do a couple of paintings. I think I did about 4 or 5 paintings based on the drawings that were in the sketchbook. And I really loved how they turned out. I actually did them in the DIY style. I think if you watch my last video, you can see one of them. And I love how they turned out, and they're going to be perfect for decorating my new studio. I hope I'm going to do more. But one of the things that I have been struggling with a little bit is, since I am working on a daily basis and posting on Instagram every day, doing commissions and things like that, I found it a little bit difficult to just find the time to do some of the art that I want to do, which is unfortunate because that really was one of the things that I wanted to do this year, was find time to make some of the art that I just wanted to make that was just for me. And it's not that I don't want to make the art that I'm making all the time, but it does definitely feel like I'm doing more work and practice than really anything else.
Hey guys, it's early and it's Sunday, but I'm up and I have a sketchbook. Okay, so it's a new month and so we have a new project, and this one's going to be another sketchbook project. So what I've done is I have actually jelly printed all the pages in this sketchbook. So what we're going to do is paint every day on a different background in this sketchbook.
So I think that Inktober is probably one of the most popular art challenges out there, at least that I've heard of. So it's probably weird that I'm totally skipping it to do my own random thing, but if there's one thing I've learned over the past few years of doing daily art is that you gotta go with your gut and just do whatever feels right if you want to stay motivated. So what have I decided to do? Well, I found this small mixed media sketchbook as I was unpacking because, yes, I am still unpacking. And I think it was kind of fate because I'm still on this art supply ban, which means I'm not buying any new art supplies in 2022. And so I just have to use whatever I have. And after a month of practicing drawing with the intention of making better paintings, I am really dying to paint. And so I want to take that practice to the next step in the sketchbook. I'm going to be painting in this book. And since I'm going to be doing that, especially if I'm going to be trying to do oils in this sketchbook, which we'll talk about later, I really want the pages to be sealed first, so there's no buckling or I don't have to worry about any warping or anything like that. And I also like working on a toned background. So before I get started, I'm going to prep this entire sketchbook with acrylic paint. And this is a pretty time-consuming process because I'm going to use my gel plate to print each page. And I prefer doing it this way instead of just painting on each page because this application goes on kind of dry and dries to the page really fast with no buckling, which really was the whole point. And I can do the whole book all at once without having to take a break between each page. I mentioned it's a slow process, but it's actually kind of relaxing because I can just play with the colors and enjoy the process. I don't really have any plan for how I choose each color or the order that I put them in the book. I'm just really doing whatever I feel like in the moment. In the end, I know that I can let as much or as little of this background color come through in the final piece as I need, so it really doesn't even matter. I also like to use a piece of drawing paper as a bladder sheet to clean the brayer because it gets really cool color and texture that I can use to paint on later too. So I mentioned that I really wanted to try oil painting in this sketchbook potentially. I don't know why. I know it sounds weird, but it's just something I don't think I've ever done. And I think I haven't done it because I was worried that it just takes so long for oils to dry that I thought it just wouldn't work. But I happen to have some stuff. It's a sample of a medium that says it can make oil paint dry in 24 hours. So I think it's a perfect time to try that out too, right? I haven't done much oil painting this year, and I think that now that I'm settled into my studio, it might be a good idea to get back into it. I don't know. We'll see. So that's it for me, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Come on over to Instagram if you want to catch up on all the latest on my Daily Dogs project. And even tag me in a picture of your pup if you want to join in. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.